Well, I went to the club yesterday and did what I had to do up there with the clean up of the field and wood chips and such. And today, well, what's today? Today is late. I got a late start. Wife is home, so it throws my schedule off a little bit. Plus, I'm still not feeling great. I feel okay. I feel good, but I don't feel great. You know, I feel like there's something not right, and I don't know what it is. But meanwhile, went to the club, and this morning, well, just a few minutes ago, I'm sitting out here. The wife came out for a minute, and she's outside with the boys. She's not feeling good. She threw her back out. Her sciatica has been bothering her, so she's been going to a chiropractor, which has been helping. I think I said that before. The one that we use, I don't know how chiropractors are. I've gone to one many years ago, and he snapped me, and I wanted to whack him. And then I ended up with a headache for 2 days. So I never went to another one until I had the accident back 5-6 years ago. I went to Dave, which is a chiropractor over here in town that we know from the marina. And he is different. So it could be that, you know, chiropractic practices have changed. I don't know. But he would bring you through. Nothing real snappy. Nothing looking to, you know, break your bones or anything. But, you know, he does snap you in. But nothing to where it goes through your body and you see stars. And then he puts you on a table, another table in another room. And they put a gel on you, and then they use this machine that goes back and forth over you that kind of relieves the pain and the things, and then they then they put a TENS unit on you after that, and then they give you an actual massage, a 20-minute massage. You know, so it's actually a pleasure to go to him. So the wife has been going to him, and it's been working. I think chiropractors can work if you find the right ones, you know. Even if it makes you feel good for that day, it's better than nothing. But meanwhile, that's where we're at. Anyway, I just took another test, and I got another one going. And these are the ones I got to give the guys. Every one that I take, I have to give them. So that's what I'm up to there. So I got to get out of this funk. Man, I'm just in a funky mood. I'm thinking a lot of it has to do because the wife is in a funky mood, and naturally, you know, she's sick, I'm sick, you know, she don't feel good, I don't feel good, that type of thing, you know. Yeah, and that happens, you know, with your mate or your companion for, you know, 40 years, you start feeling one another. So, and me with this broken toe, and I lost my wedding band. Can't find out, I don't know how I lost it. If I lost it at the club, it's lost. I mean, you know, and we're talking a couple of acres of property that I was moving earth on, so.
An exception allows firefighters and other emergency responders who are directly exposed to flame, fire, heat, and or hazardous materials while exposed.
Help you, Finn. He is very influential. If you could just convince him that you may be able to. Perhaps. I've talked to him. I'll try.
If our places were reversed, I would expect to die.
Your places would never be reversed. He would never forcibly abduct you or play games with your life. He would treat you with respect.
I treated you with respect.
You've scared the hell out of me, Finn. You've controlled me through fear, just like you tried to control this whole continent.
You haven't tasted real fear.
Okay, anyway, I'm sorry. My son, which is here in Connecticut, I don't see all that much, to be honest with you, between his schedule and our schedule. More or less his schedule, you know, and you don't want to, you know, take him away from his work. But, you know, I mean, you know, we got to work, you know, and he's looking to, you know, he's getting older. He's, well, let me see. He's got to be about 48, 49. Anyway, you know, he's getting to a point to where he's trying to put some retirement away, him and his wife. So, you know, they're working while they can, you know, as I and my wife. I'd still be working if I thought I could get away with it, you know, but I don't think my back would allow me to do it for long. So, but, yeah, sometimes getting out of the house helps, you know, it really does. Even if you just take on a job sitting someplace where there's people, you know, things to do, people to talk to, a different scene. But meanwhile, he had asked us up for dinner this Sunday, and, you know, it just came at a bad time. You know, between the wife's back and, you know, neither one of us really feeling good. The wife had, or has, what I had, and I still have some of it. You know, I still don't feel right. There's just something wrong. I can't put my finger on it. You know, a lot of it may have to do with, you know, the wife now going into retirement. As much as I like it and having her here, I know that she would rather not. She would rather be working someplace. You know, and now we gotta, you know, change our medical plans, and, you know, so there's going to be another expense going out that, you know, we didn't count on. So, you know, my no budget that I had, you know, my monthly so-called spending money, which really didn't have a budget, is I'm going to have to budget myself, you know. So, luckily I don't need a whole lot, so I don't care. I mean, it doesn't mean that if I need a radio or if I want a radio, I can't go out and buy it. You know, it's just I can't go out and buy $1,000 radio and go out and buy a $1,000 gun the same day. You know, I'm going to have to wait, you know, buy the radio this month, buy the gun next month, that type of thing. So, but, yeah, there's just going to be a lot of changes made, you know. The biggest one, naturally, is keeping, you know, the medical going, you know. And that's probably going to cost us $1,000 a month by the time we're done. So, you know, which is something that we normally didn't have to pay because we had, you know, a medical package. So, little things like that, you know, and that kind of, it doesn't wear on you that you're aware of, but it does wear on you, you know, that type of thing, if you know what I mean. So, and I know that bothers the wife much more than it does me. My wife was always a tickler on having, you know, good medical, and she's always had it. So we got to make sure that we keep that portion of our lifestyle up to snuff. Alright guys, I'm still working on this. I'm going to start sanding it down and try to shape it and make it look a little different. Well, not so much look different, but look different. And then I'm going to see if it works. And if it works, then I got to decide what kind of material I want it made out of. I don't want it to look so bulky. That's my main thing. So I don't see a problem with cutting this down quite a bit. This can actually be done with 1/2 inch chrome. I've got some chrome around here that I can do a lot of this with 1/2 inch chrome, like chrome piping. You know, but again, if it works, I'm going to sand it down a little bit and then then we'll worry about it from there. It's not a big deal. It just gives me something to play with, something to do. Alright, I got to do some welding. Steve up there in Canada was showing his trailer the other day, and it gave me an idea. I got a pre-built that I bought for the tractor, you know, that covers the laws here. But I put a winch on it, you know, up near the tongue. This here way, if I have to winch the tractor onto the trailer, I can. You know, if the tractor ever gets to a point where it just stops running someplace, you know, as long as I can get the trailer to it, you know, I can get it on. So I got that there. And I do have to replace the boards, you know, on the deck. So those are getting to a point to where they're kind of getting shot. But there's no real place for tie downs. So I always wrap it around the pole. And I think what I'm going to do is I found some of, yeah, where the hell are they now? I'm wobbling around here like, oh man. I found some of these things, which is nice, heavy material. And I got the hooks, you know, on the ratchet straps. So what I'm thinking of doing here is welding these in the corners so I can hook into this and strap the trailer down without interfering with any of the, you know, the down rigs on the frame of the trailer. So that's what I'm thinking there. And I also have two of these. Now Steve has, well, I only have one. They're supposed to order me another one. Steve has these two legs that come down off the back. I'm going to call them stabilizers or something like that. You can call them whatever you want. Now last year I was up at Tractor Supply because I carry two pieces, well actually I carry like 4 pieces of wood. A couple of 6x6s, a couple of 2x4s, because if you don't shim up the ass end of the trailer, it wants to pop off the ball or pop up in the front. So you have to have something under the back of the trailer when you're pulling the tractor up. So what I had done was, you only had one of these. And this will bolt right onto the side of my trailer in the ass end. And it's adjustable. So I said I needed another one. Well, the last time I was up there, which was about 4 weeks ago, they hadn't had it yet. So, you know, I mean, I don't know if they're waiting for spring to come or what, but at that point, I want to get another one, and then I'm going to put one of those on each side. This way I don't have to do anything other than bolt it, and then I'll do a little tack on it. But because sometimes I'm on ground that may not be completely level, I can make them different heights to support the trailer, so when I back off it, the trailer doesn't want to pop up. So I want to see if Tractor Supply has the other one. If not, let me see if I can find one someplace else. What is it? A 975T. So that's what I got there. So that's going to go on. That Steve reminded me of that when he showed his trailer, which he did a very nice job on his trailer. So yeah, I noticed, I don't know if you guys noticed it or not, but I noticed that a lot of us that are not doing anything, that do a lot of tinkering around and not much or whatever, we kind of end up doing the same things. Like, what was it? Just before winter. Last winter, I bought the new Cub Cadet lawn tractor, and the throttle cable seized up and never worked. It worked like for the first 3 or 4 months. And it was a solid cable within the cable. And it seized up and it just wouldn't work. And it was on a plastic piece. So the next thing you know, I had to replace the plastic piece, and I may even still have, I have some cable here that's stranded, so I cut it to fit, and the stranded cable works fine. You know, but I had to modify the plastic. Well, the other day I was watching Missouri Old Timer or whatever. Again, I know I'm butchering your channel and I'm sorry. But he had a plastic problem with his tractor or his throttle or something. And the same thing. It seems like, we're all connected somehow. Yeah, Steve with his trailer, me with my trailer. Steve was doing something with amps and volts one day. I was doing something with amps and volts one day. I don't know, do we remind one another of something that we have to do? Are we just doing it? It's a funny coincidence, let's put it that way. So, how we connect in so many different things, even though we're so far apart, and never knew one another, other than, over the last few years on YouTube. So, and it's not like, we talk during the day, saying, well, I got to do this today, or I got to do that tomorrow, I mean, it's just that this is the way it happens. So, but definitely a coincidence for sure. So, all right, guys. Well, listen. Let me see if I feel like waddling out there. You know what? What time is it? It's 1 o'clock. Maybe I'll just go hang out with the wife. I don't know. I feel like I got to be out here doing something. But hey, Tuck. What? You want a chewy, buddy? Hold on. Hold on, guys. I'm sorry. Let me find a skinny one, because I know your teeth are getting bad. Yeah, okay. Alright. I had pancakes. I couldn't even finish them for breakfast. I'll throw them out for the birds and take it from there. Alright, guys. I'll catch you later.